This is CG Ruthless Sports. I will be brutally honest. Ain't nothing but being brutally honest. Coming at you with another video. What's up, everybody? CG is back in the building. What is up, everybody? What's up, David from Colorado? Good luck for tonight against the Indianapolis Colts. And we got Sam Bell from Taco Bell. Not just playing, man. Good luck on your Titans. But, all right, man. So, we're going to play on a short week on Sunday since we played Monday night. We came off a big victory over the Los Angeles Rams, which was expected to be. I had a feeling we were going to win that game. For all those people who keep picking against the Niners when it comes to the Rams, you should learn your lesson to never pick the Rams against the 49ers. If you were betting money, you might as well have your refund. But I digress. That's another day to discuss. But, yeah, no problem, man. Good luck, man. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong about this pick, but I don't know. Like, we'll see. But good luck for the Broncos, man. So, since we're talking this up and coming game right now. So, the preview. We're going to discuss the previews. We're going to have a little bit of discussions of the matchup, but this is pretty much a road game, and the 49ers are 0-2 on the road, which is kind of rare because we're always a good road team the previous seasons. But the beginning of the season, we haven't looked good. We lost to the Chicago Bears on the road on a raining day. We lost to the Broncos on the road. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those games, and it's an early type of season where you struggle and then you start to get your groove. So, the Carolina Panthers, they've only had one win to show for. So, I'm trying to look at how the matchup seems like. You know, there's a couple of games where maybe they could have won more games, but they blew those games out. Like they should have beat the New York Giants, but they didn't beat them. There was a chance they should have beat the Cardinals, but they didn't. It's kind of like a team that's inconsistent. So there were games that the Niners should have went 4-0, but we are 2-2 for a reason because of boneheaded mistakes. So it's hard for me to look at this game and see what's kind of in the outlook of this matchup. All right, so the matchups. So we're going to do some matchups and analysts of this matchup. So Jimmy G versus this Panthers defense. What does the Carolina Panthers bring to the table that could give Jimmy some problems? If Brian Burns can be the guy that can step in and pressure Garoppolo, then maybe there's a chance he can cause some turnovers. But what do the Carolina Panthers bring to the table? Like, they are a young up-and-coming defense. So they're definitely a young up-and-coming defense. Yeah, shades, man. Yeah, I know. The shades were gone for a minute. But you made a good call. Give me a few seconds, and I'll zoom back into the building. Maybe you're right, Grandizer. I appreciate it. I got to get back with them shades, man. How about I put a couple of seconds of an intro? Good call, by the way. And I'm going to do another intro just to keep it entertaining. What the heck? You know what? Since Grandizer said it best, give me 30 seconds and I'll be back on your commercial break. It looks like it's a good call by Grandizer. The Shades. I like it. You know the shakes are good. Yes, I'm ready. I'm guilty. Where are my shades? I'm right here. CG, did any of those Panther concentrate? I suggest to get back with you. Just 2 of them did, but they're busy. Their schedules were a little bit off. I talked to another Panthers fan, and his schedule's difficult. I've talked to a couple of them. Panthers Post said he would go on, but his schedule is not going to work. So he said maybe down the road he'll have me on the show to discuss potential head coaching candidates. The mix of Meow, whatever the one you were showing me, he's not. He said that thanks for reaching out, but they're not interested. Yeah, they're a little bit busy. Yep, they're always a super busy people, but they kind of got back to me, so they told me that they just can't at the moment, which is understandable. Panther Post said maybe down the road he'll come on my show, but not right now. So let's go on to the NLS matchup. So Jimmy Garoppolo versus the Panthers defense. What's the advantage that Jimmy can do? Of course, our running game is going to be a factor. If our running game could be a factor, and if we figure out ways to utilize our receiving core, we definitely have a mismatch with the Panthers. But what makes the Carolina Panthers so intriguing is they don't have Jeremy Chin playing. That's one of their best all-around player. He's very underrated. Yeah. Yep, everybody's getting busy for this week. Yep. But what makes it so intriguing about the Panthers defense is Jeremy Chin's not going to play this week with an injury. Brian Burns is like their best player. J.C. Horn is a really good cornerback that I really want, but he's only been like their best spotlight player. J.C. Horn's pretty good. I think him and Debo are going to match up pretty well. They played against each other in college as teammates, so they practice one another, so they know each other pretty well. But, yeah, Jeremy Chin's a stud, bro, so I'm hearing that he's not going to play this week. So if he doesn't play this week, I think we have a good advantage to destroy him. But, their defense is kind of unpredictable. I only see their secondary as a promising star. Their defensive line's okay, yeah. Yep, J.C. Horn can be really good. I actually wanted him from the draft. If we didn't trade up for Trey Lance, I wanted that cornerback from South Carolina. I thought that dude was a beast. And his dad played in the NFL too. We all know Joe Horn. That's why I wanted him, but he was a dog too. But I digress on that. So you look at what can give us the intriguing matchup. I don't know. The Panthers' run defense is a little suspect. Their pass defense is solid. Their linebacking core, it's kind of an up-and-coming squad. Their D-line's young. It's kind of like a team that's still building chemistry. It's going to take time. But Debo should have a breakout game, even if it's against J.C. Horn. I think he's going to match up pretty well. It depends on Ayuk. Ayuk might be the X factor. I don't think Kittle's going to have much of a factor except being a good blocker. I know that's what it is. Yeah, if Ian Book he get the start and they are hurting at quarterback. Oh. Yeah, but Baker Mayfield's expected to play, so I don't know if that's true. But if they don't even have Mayfield for that game, that's going to be crazy. Hey, Butterfly, how's it going? But let's look at the matchup for Deebo Samuel. Either he's going to play against J.C. Horn or Dante Jackson, one of their other cornerbacks. So he might be a matchup. I like to see how Hornet and Debo do against each other. I know they practice against each other in college as teammates, so this could be intriguing. Let's see. Ayuk against Jackson. That's going to be very intriguing. Very intriguing, yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. How's it going, Mama Tess? How's it going? How's it going? We're talking football here, but okay. I digress. So the running back, Jeff Wilson, the Panthers. Okay, as far as we're going to go by positions and what team gets the advantage. Quarterback, it's going to be Jimmy G over Baker Mayfield. I am being unbiased. As much as I love Baker Mayfield, I have to go with Jimmy G. This is probably the only time I'm probably going to pick Jimmy G on this overall battle. So Jimmy G gets the first victory of the matchup. He's going to have a better game against Baker Mayfield. So let's be realistic about that part. Jimmy G should be able to have a decent game. He might have a little iffy moments here and there, but as long as we're able to manage the game, there is no way in hell that Jimmy's going to fuck this shit up. But who am I to judge? And excuse my language, but this is a ruthless channel. This is a no censor channel. So I'm just going to say what I got to say. Yeah, he's been doing his thing. So that's why I'm giving Jimmy the advantage over Baker Mayfield. Mayfield just hasn't looked as good as he is. I had some high hopes on Baker Mayfield. I thought this kid was going to help Carolina get into the playoffs, but it doesn't seem like the case. And the head coach, Matt Rule, is on the hot seat, so he could be the first coach fired. So you heard it here. This can be where the Panthers might have to fire Matt Rule, and Matt Rule can go back into coaching in college. So we'll see. But yeah, Baker's just isn't the same guy. Yep, he'll outcoach Matt Rule. It's not convincing, but we'll see. Okay, Christian McCaffrey versus Jeff Wilson. Statistics-wise, I got to give it to Christian McCaffrey, even though the team is not that great. But Jeff Wilson, he's just a system running back. I don't think he'll excel anywhere else but Shanahan. Christian McCaffrey can play in any system and be the best star running back for any other team right now. Even though he's not at his full best, I still will pick McCaffrey over Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson's just a system back, so I'm not too homerish, I'm realistic, Look at Matt Breida. He hasn't done squat since he left us. Raheem Mostert, he's a system back just like we had him before. He's doing okay in Miami. But I'm talking about players that can really be starters and step in and fit any offense. And McCaffrey fits any system. So that's where I'll give the edge to Christian McCaffrey. Okay. So for Debo and DJ Moore, it's kind of evenly, bro. It's very even, if I'm being honest, because DJ Moore is an underrated receiver. Nobody talks about him. I think he's outstanding, bro. He's fantastic. If you thought of Debo being a 1A, dude, DJ Moore is a 1B, bro. They're pretty much the same, but just on a bad team. There's a difference. But if you guys seen how DJ Moore play, bro, he's a beast. But okay, let's go on to the next wide receiver. Robbie Anderson and Ayuk kind of seems evenly. So I'll definitely give it to Ayuk on this one. But I personally would give the small edge over Debo over DJ Moore for sure. But I think they're evenly matched. They're pretty much the same. And then the third receiver, if Jennings is going to play, I would give Jennings the edge over Terrence Marshall, which he hasn't done too much for the Panthers. Tight end, George Kittle versus Ian Thomas. I'm going George Kittle all day. Even though he doesn't have to be much of a receiver, he's going to be a factor no matter how you look at it. Yeah, they got some good receivers. That's where I'm saying, bro. DJ Moore he's kind of like a Debo, just not talked about much. This guy can catch the ball and break tackles. He's like a 1A to 1B. So they are underrated. Robbie Anderson, Robbie Anderson could be good when he's healthy. Terrence Marshall, not so much. Yep, but you're right about that. That's true. That's what I'm saying. I think this is it's going to be evenly matched, but I definitely would have to give the small edge to the Niners receivers. The tight ends, Niners receivers. The offensive line, it's a question mark. I know we've been decimated with some injuries, and we're on to our third string tackle, which is crazy. And the Panthers, I don't think they have much injuries at the offensive line. Not that I know of. But I think their offensive line is not that great either. So I definitely give the edge to the Niners, even though we're onto our third tackle. I mean, dude, we got some guys who can step in and play. So Colt McKiffitz is ruled out for at least a few months. That sucks. So we're going on to Jalen Moore, who kind of got benched after 2 blocks on the Broncos game. So we're hoping he can step up, or else let's just put Brunskill at tackle. You know, we'll see. But that's the matchup I look at. Carolina doesn't have a fullback, so it's obvious we'll go with Kyle Juszczyk, of course. Let's see, man. Okay, so for the defensive line, the Niners have a better defensive line. The Niners have a better linebacking core. The Panthers, if they had Jeremy Chin, I would give him a closer edge, but nah, he's not going to play this game. So the Niners have the advantage. So it's pretty much all the advantage, yeah. Yep, that's just a young team, probably an unproven commodity, but they still got potential to grow as a team. But I definitely trust more of the Niners O-line at this point. Dude, even if we're on to our third string tackle, I still think we have guys who can step in and play pretty well. Like Colt McKiffitz, bro, he's not even a serviceable starter. He's not none of that stuff and all that. So Panthers used Tommy Tremble at fullback. See, I wouldn't know that because I don't follow the Panthers, but Tommy Tremble seems like that kind of Ben Skoranek type player that the Rams lose. Okay. But I still think Juszczyk's a better player, so there's no point. Like, if the fullback makes the top 100, he's got to be a better player than the other fullbacks, right? So most of the matchup, I'm going to have to give it to the Niners, but except for maybe a couple of positions. See, I give him the running back edge because I think McCaffrey is just a damn good player. He can fit any system. And if they would have had Jeremy Chin, I would have at least gave him the edge, but he's not playing this game, so that's going to suck. So there's a reasonable why I put it that way. Yep, they pretty much do. So, what do I expect from this game? What can I expect from the game alone? Well, the Panthers, they're going to fight. They're going to play hard. They're going to play inspiring, even though their coach is on the hot seat. They know their coach is going to lose his job, so those players are looking to play as hard as they can for this guy, unless there's something behind the scenes in the locker room that they don't even like the coach. So I don't know much about the Panthers in general. Okay. See, I wouldn't know the difference, but I still would trust the Niners O-line more than the Panthers. They seem like a young, up-and-coming, unproven squad, yeah. Well, cat scratch you. But what can we expect from the Carolina Panthers? Our defense hasn't given up nothing more than 12 points a game. So if we give up the least amount of points, we're going to win. But if the Panthers are in this game and play in a shootout, we have a tough time winning these type of games. We can't have shootout games because majority of the time when we play shootouts, we lose. And it sucks, but it's true. So we can't play shootouts with certain teams. But Carolina could be one of those spoilers. So I don't know. But what can we expect from this matchup? We got to definitely focus on Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to be the X factor. McCaffrey's going to be every part of this offense. Just think of Cooper Kupp as much as the Rams is to the offense. He's going to be just like the Cooper Kupp of their offense. He's going to get the ball as a receiver. He's going to run the ball, and he's definitely going to be a factor. DJ Moore is going to get his targets. Robbie Anderson's going to get his targets here and there. And the tight ends, they're kind of unproven, but you never know. So you might see a matchup with Ian Thomas getting some catches or Tommy Tremble, who's supposedly a fullback, right? But he's a tight end listed from what I'm looking at. Yeah, you want to scratch, huh? We're going to scratch that little cat out of here, man. So I expect the Niners to figure out a way to contain Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey he's an important part of this offense. Like, if you stop him, they're a one-dimensional. Stop Christian McCaffrey is the key. Definitely covering DJ Moore is going to be key. But don't be surprised about Rodney Anderson. Rodney Anderson, don't be surprised about him. He could be an X factor. Their tight end, he's an unknown commodity, but he could maybe step in and play pretty good. So don't expect too much. Just pressure Baker Mayfield, just like we did to Stafford, all day. If we can get under Baker Mayfield all day, we're going to have a similar performance like we did against the Rams. We might have 7 to 8 sacks. We might have a couple of interceptions, and we might be able to score more than the season most. We might score over 30 points if that's what everybody's saying on the NFC West Roundtable. They are saying that, hey, maybe we have a chance to score over 30 points, and they don't score nothing past 10 points. We'll see. But I'm not overlooking them because we haven't played well on the road. And I don't know, we just got to get over the hump on this one. Yep. The next up, the defense. Yep. This is going to be the matchup of the game. My X factor. You know what? Let's put the keys to the game, and then I'm going to choose the X factors and choose some players. This is what I like about this, man. X factors will definitely be a discussion, and then we'll get to the final score prediction conclusion, and then we'll go from there. X factors will probably be another thing to put in, but we'll get to the keys to the game for both teams in general. I'm not going to just pick at least my team in general. I would just put keys to both teams' victories. So for the Carolina Panthers, there's not much pressure. They are playing nothing to lose. They know their coach can be fired. They know they can play inspiring. They could do something. But for the Carolina Panthers to pull an upset, Christian McCaffrey has to have a spectacular performance. Christian McCaffrey has to run over our defense. Christian McCaffrey has to be a receiving back that day. DJ Moore has to torture our secondary to have a chance. Baker Mayfield has to look like the Baker Mayfield of Oklahoma because that's the only hope they're going to get. Their defense has to make Jimmy G an afterthought. And that's how the Carolina Panthers could win, but I'll give you 3 keys of what they can do to beat us. Number 1, stopping the running game. If you stop our running game and you force Jimmy G to throw the ball, this is going to be a long day. And then number 2, Christian McCaffrey has to be the X factor. He has to step in and make some big plays. He's going to have to be that guy that makes it difficult for our defense to slow down. And of course, number 3, and this is the most key factor that we have to avoid, but this is what the Panthers could definitely do. They're going to try to feed the ball to DJ Moore. So we got to cover that guy. We got to limit that dude. Robbie Anderson could be an X factor too, but I digress about it. So here's the 3 keys to the 49ers game of what they can do against the Panthers. Number 1, it's definitely running the damn ball. If we can run the ball and kill time of possession and run it for over 30-plus times, we have a great chance to beat the Carolina Panthers. And that's the way we look at it. Yep. Yep, that's true. But we got to run the ball effectively good. So that's what gives us a good chance. We got to run the ball effectively well. Defensively, we just got to pressure Baker Mayfield and make him look foolish. So that's number 2. We got to pressure Baker Mayfield and get to him constantly like we did to Stafford. And then most of all, number 3 is Jimmy just play good football and we're fine. If Jimmy doesn't screw up the game, we're going to win. So we just need Jimmy G to at least play solid. Our defense can take care of itself. It's just our running game has to remain the same. Our running game, we got to run the ball 30-plus times a game to win this game. That's how I look at it. But that would be my keys to the game. So those are the 3 key factors. The Panthers had to definitely get Christian McCaffrey involved in any way possible, and he has to have a breakout game. And Mayfield has to look like the Mayfield of Oklahoma, or else he ain't going to do shit. And then they definitely need to pressure Jimmy Garoppolo. So, yeah, that's the key factor. Yeah, there's some young guys. That's for sure. That's for sure, man. They're a young team. That's why I'm giving the edge to the Niners. We have a well-veteran squad, so they're more tested. We got more guys who've been around the league for a while. We got Travarius Ward, who was the Chiefs' best cornerback last year, and he's actually paying dividends. Emmanuel Mosley, very underrated. You got Diamond Lenore. You got Jason Verrett, who's coming off an injury. I mean, dude, we're stacked. Abry Thomas, who we drafted, Samuel Womack, and dude, it's pretty damn stacked. But I can go on with this. Okay. I'm going to list you some X factors from each teams that are going to be factors on both sides of the ball. So, for the X factor of the players that need to step up that you don't expect to see as those big name players. Okay, for the Carolina Panthers on offense, the X factor to me has to be Baker Mayfield. If Baker Mayfield just plays like the Oklahoma Baker Mayfield, this can be a long day. That's my X factor, and nobody's giving this guy enough respect and appreciation. So I got to give it to Baker. He has to be the X factor. He has to play his best game because this is a chance that we can have a long day. If Baker can come back as the old Mayfield from Oklahoma, shit, we're in for a long day. So that will be my X factor on offense. On defense. So on defense, J.C. Horn's going to have to step up and shut down Deebo Samuel or any of our receivers. He has to step in, but he's a star player, so I'm probably not going to go with him. So my X factor for the defense for the Panthers is, I'm looking at the guys that he's talking about, and I don't know. There's a lot of guys, but I don't think they talk too much about Derek Brown as much. So I think Derek Brown just has to be a factor. He has to stop the run. Like, if you can get a run stop with Derek Brown, if Derek Brown can slow down the running game, this can be a tough time. And that will force Jimmy to throw the ball more, which creates more opportunities for the Panthers to get some interceptions. So if Derek Brown can slow down the running game, dude, it's going to be a pretty tough matchup. But I digress. Those are the two X factors to me because Mayfield has to play his best game, and he has to play like the old version for him to even have a chance to win this game. And Derek Brown just has to be a good run stopper and be a little bit of a factor. He doesn't get much talked about. He was a top draft pick from Auburn, but he's going to have to be one of those guys to step in and stop the running game. What's up, Side-Gen? What's up, man? Appreciate it, man. So, X factors on the Niners squad. Jeff Wilson will have to be the X factor. Jeff Wilson's an unknown commodity. Jeff Wilson still doesn't get enough appreciation, so he has to be the X factor for this offense to go. If it comes down to, that's what I'm saying. I think that would be the X factor for the Panthers is Derek Brown. He's not going to be a sack guy, but he's going to be a good run stopper. He's going to be double teamed. He's going to take some of that block away, and that's what makes it so interesting. But Jeff Wilson has to be the X factor. The running game has to be on a flow. This running game gets on a flow, we're going to have a pretty good day. We're going to have a pretty good day to have a good offensive team right there. So if Jeff Wilson is a factor, we're definitely going to look good today. Sunday, we're going to look good on Sunday if Jeff Wilson plays his best game. If Jeff Wilson can get like the similar production like he had against the Rams where he had somewhere close to 80 yards or 90, hey, we're having a field day. We're going to probably run the ball close to 30 times a game. Or if Jeff Wilson can get 120-plus yards, man, we're in business. But that's my X factor right there. So it's Jeff Wilson for sure. Defense, X factor to me, man. Last week I said this is going to have to be the guy to step in. I think I said Samson Ebukam was last week. So my X factor for the 49ers. This may sound intriguing. This will have to come down to this guy. But everybody's focusing on Nick Bosa, so that's, of course, the guy that they're going to focus mostly on. But who was that one guy under the radar that nobody's talking about? There's got to be one guy that's under the radar, yeah. You think it's Kittle? Okay. But Kittle hasn't got much of the targets. But I think that it has to come down to the running game. But for our defense, man, Dre Greenlaw, he's going to have to be the X factor of this game. He's going to have to contain Christian McCaffrey. Or I could say Tolino Hufunga, but Tolino Hufunga's getting too much of the hype. So I'm going to go my boy, Dre Greenlaw. He's been making tackles. And if he continues on this performance, this is the guy that we are expecting to have for the next 2 years. If Dre Greenlaw plays like a good performance and stops Christian McCaffrey, we're in business. We're talking guys that you're not even talking about. We're talking about Dre Greenlaw from good old Arkansas. If he can step in and make some tackles, the Niners are in great hands. So those are my X factors, Jeff Wilson and Dre Greenlaw. I know the other week I said Epicom, and maybe the following week, it depends if we have Lenore back in there again. It depends, but I think they might push Ferret out there, so we'll see. Yep, we got to contain McCaffrey. That's for sure. Yeah, we got to contain McCaffrey because McCaffrey is their entire offense. Like, McCaffrey is like their Cooper Kupp of what the Rams have, you know? He's going to be exactly their entire offense. So we got to stop McCaffrey at any cost. DJ Moore is like their typical Tyler Higbee, but more productive, if I'm being honest. He's very more productive. He's like their dollar store Deebo Samuel, but really good. Special teams, I don't even care for special teams, but if I had to choose special teams, Robbie Gould, just kick consistent. Don't miss field goals, please. So I guess you can say Robbie Gould, for example. Can you stop missing field goals, Robbie? That's all I can ask for. But if we had to pick a gunner, I'm going to have to go with George Odom, man. George Odom. George Odom is a good special teamer, so he has to step up for that one. Okay, so that will be smart. Yeah, I like this kid. Chuba Herbert from Oklahoma State. This guy was a perfect system fit for the Niners if we would have drafted him. I thought that kid would have been a baller for us, but we passed on him. But it is what it is. Okay, so Verrett's not going to practice right. He's not going to play right away, but he has a 3-week window. So him and Jimmy Ward are on a 3-week window. So that gives the 49ers some options for maybe the next few weeks to decide whether to play him this week or not. So they're not going to play against the Panthers, which is smart. That would be very smart. Yeah, make those points for Jimmy. That's right. But for Butterfly, maybe there's an X factor for Butterfly to look for. For Butterfly, you'll want to look at Charles Omenihu. Omenihu from Texas, the guy that we got from the Houston Texans. That's a guy you got to watch out for. If he can step in and create pressure, that guy could be an X factor. Offensively, Ayuk has always been under the radar, but everybody's always like knows what to expect from a first-round pick. So he would have to step in, but we'll see. I'd be surprised if we involve Jordan Mason or Danny Gray. That would be a surprise, but I don't see him playing right away. So that's going to be a question mark. I think what Moses said best is Verrett ain't going to play right away, so maybe we could use him against the Chiefs because the Chiefs are going to pass the ball mostly, and we got to figure out ways to limit their passing game. So that would probably be a smart idea to play him is against the Chiefs. Why rush him if our secondary is looking damn sharp? Dude, we can give him at least a 2 to 3 weeks to get him get back into form and play game shape, and then they should be good to go. Nice. He is a trial basis. Oh, I see. So Verrett's going to probably just not play this week. But if it's true that Jimmy Ward can play next week, then that's a possibility. But they have a 3-week window. They can be activated. So my guess is we're probably going to have Ward against the Falcons. Probably a better time to play him is to play against the Falcons because that's where we could definitely neutralize a lot of Falcons' big plays from Mariota. Yeah. They need to slow down Bunny Mahomes down. Yeah. The avalanche has already started. It is too late for the Peppos to vote. That's true, man. But all right, we'll digress, man. So let's do one more thing before we end it. We'll do one more thing. Let's pick score predictions, but I'm going to let you guys decide your score predictions. And if you agree to disagree, then it's okay, but I'll pick my score prediction easily. Like I said, I picked that score prediction earlier, and I haven't changed it. But it might be convincing. So score predictions for this game. Score predictions. We'll see how this game goes. Oh, yeah. Pick what you want to pick. So score prediction is definitely a score prediction. If it goes as planned, if it goes exactly as planned, I could see us scoring 30-plus points, but it's kind of like too much for me to even be convinced. But if we don't play up to our potential and we don't look as good, I'll say 24-13, but that sounds a little too generous. But if we step up to expectation, if we play up to our level, I could see us scoring 35 points and Panthers maybe scoring like 9 or 6 points. So it's possible we can score 35 points and they probably score 6. But that's just my expectation. Like, you know, like we have the ceiling to we have definitely the ceiling to at least, like, you know, my lowest ceiling can be this right here, which is this can be the lowest ceiling, and then the other one can be the highest for me. But it depends on how we play. So don't take it the wrong way, but this can be our lowest ceiling, which I hope I'm wrong about this score prediction, but this can be the lowest ceiling. But the highest ceiling can be really good. The highest ceiling could be this. The highest ceiling could be this. Could be this. Now, you can look at that, and that's got potential. That's the best. That's our highest ceiling that we can have in this game if we play up to our level. But if we don't, yeah, we're favored by that. Yep. Yep, as long as it doesn't coach scare. Agree. I could agree with Moses. It could be a 31-13 game, so we could be favored, yeah. Granddad's is picking against the Niners. How funny. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. So you really do think that it comes down to the Panthers winning this game. Okay. That's kind of surprising, but okay, you want to pick Carolina. Everybody has a right to choose who they want to choose, just as long as we keep it realistically, you know, but that's all right, I guess. But that's our ceiling. I don't see no way that the Panthers can beat us, but it's any given week. Anything's possible. I don't like to say it, but it's any given Sunday. So you just don't know. We don't know what to expect, and we sure as hell don't know what to do. These are the games that we definitely need to take seriously. Carolina, their record may not say much about them as a team, but we had to play up to our level, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The history speaks itself. Yeah, they have actually won previously, like a while ago, but last time we played the Panthers, we dominated the Carolina Panthers. But yes, you're right. Historically, they've beaten us in the past many more times, so I ain't going to disagree. And Moses, everybody has a right to choose what they want to choose, man. I know it sounds hard. I know it sounds harsh to say, but hey, man, anybody has a choosing of what they want to say, man. Hey, he can eat crow, and he can admit when he's wrong, but he's going by historically that we have not played good against the Panthers. Like 2019, we did dominate the Panthers, but out of those previous years, we haven't looked pretty good. Out of those previous years, yeah. Yeah. I guess you just seem more of against the Niners more than anybody else. Is it because we beat you guys in the Super Bowl? Is that what holds you guys? I mean, I get it. I get that we owned you guys in that previous year, but it is what it is. Everybody has a right to an opinion, so I'm not gonna take anything offensive to everybody. You know, hey, he's got a good point about the historically, yeah. Dude, I thought we were gonna destroy the Broncos, and you're right about it, bro. I get it. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, man, it's crazy. But Butterfly's playing it safe. She's very conservative, so she might be on point. Because if Jimmy looks like crap, we could play like this game. So it's anybody's guess. Juice said we're going to win by 7 points. We're going to talk about my boy Rudy. Rudy's got the chalk zone. He went ghost for the day. I haven't seen Rudy all day, except he's ghosting for the day, but we'll see him next time. We'll see Rudy next time. He'll be back. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, Moses. I'll keep an alert for Rudy. I'll put in an Amber Alert and see where he's at, but he'll be back. Rudy, we missed you, Rudy. We missed you. Just come back, Rudy. Come back. Oh, man. You gotta like Rudy sometimes, but yeah. Oh, man. No, you gotta admit, man. Rudy does he does troll the shit out of people, but I guess it is what it is. But for my final prediction, the Niners are gonna win this game. It's either we got to win a road game, bro, because this is ridiculous. We're 0-2 on the road, which we've done pretty well on the road the previous years. But this is not the case. We're looking like shit on the road. But we got to win. We have to win. And we cannot let Baker Mayfield look like the Oklahoma Baker Mayfield. And you're right about it. Yes, you're right. See, that's what I'm saying. History does say that the Panthers have beaten us. And we only beat them 9 times. That's facts. See, I'm not disputing it like the way how he said it. Over the previous years, we have not fared well against the Panthers, but except in 2019, we blow the brakes out of them. Yep. Yep, they're not looking too good. Who are the talent players that the Panthers have? Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore. I can't say Mayfield because he hasn't played well. So, Jeremy Chin, when healthy, he's an exceptional player. Derek Brown's a good run stopper. Brian Burns is good. J.C. Horn, not so much. The rest of it's all talented group. You know, they're all right. They're a young up-and-coming team. So, yep, they're not looking too good. But, yeah, I digress. But this is pretty much my final prediction. The 49ers should win this game. It wouldn't surprise me if we struggle and that beat them. It is what it is, but I believe we're going to beat them because they're not playing their best football, and maybe the players don't even want to play for Matt Rule. Maybe Matt Rule is kind of losing the locker room a lot. Maybe they're not really filling the system as everybody's hoping for. Like, maybe that's what it is, but we'll find out. So I'll catch you guys later. I don't know where everybody's getting all this stuff from. Like, why is the media crowning us as the 85 Bears? I think we're a different kind of defense. Like, we're played through 4 games. We still have a long ways to go. And it's not convincing yet. You know, historically we look good on the 4 games, but this is not in the same level as the 85 Bears. Like, the 85 Bears were able to hit people pretty hard. So I don't even think we're in that same caliber. I don't even know if we're in the same level as the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. I don't even think we're there either. I don't even know if we're in the same level as the 2011 Niners. Or maybe we have potential to be as good as 2019 defense, but we're still a long ways to go. So I don't know where Rudy keeps getting all this crap about our fans and the media hyping this defense. I think historically we look great, but we haven't. I haven't heard those comparisons right there. And that's where I stop. And for Rudy, fuck focus on the damn Cowboys. I want to see you trash the Cowboys and the Raiders. Those are worth entertainment, bro. Maybe you need to get off our case for a while. Maybe you need to get off our case because we beat you guys. Focus on making jokes about the Cowboys, and maybe Niner fans will like you more. We hate Cowboys, and that's true, yeah. Yeah. Historically, we're on pace, but it doesn't mean we're great yet. It's 4 games. It's too soon to speak of. It is really too soon to speak of. Like, you can say we're on pace, but it doesn't mean we're in that same caliber level. Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying. We haven't even scratched our surface. Like, so if the media is hyping us to be the 85 Bears, then that's too much to praise for. Like, I don't know. The 2000 Ravens, that's a damn good defense. The 2002 Buccaneers, that was a good defense. I mean, the 94 Niners defense was solid. The 89 Niners were good. You can go on with the 2007 Giants. I mean, it's hard to even think of defense like that. But we haven't even reached our peak yet. So we're talking 4 games. 4 games. And we've given up less than 12 points per game. So historically, we're on pace, but it doesn't mean we're in the same conversation yet. So we still have to complete our 13 more games to even be in that conversation. And I don't give a damn about statistics and all that crap. I care about winning Super Bowls. If this defense can be as great as they want, but if we don't win a Super Bowl, it don't mean squat. That I hate to say it don't mean squat. You can have the greatest defense in the world, but if you don't win a Super Bowl with that defense, then it's irrelevant to even discuss this defense. Like, you hear about those what is it, the Fearsome Foursome? They never won Super Bowls, but historically they look great. You look at the young Bears back in the days when they were having a good defense under what's his name, Dick Butkus. It didn't mean squat. I don't even think we're historically in that same caliber. Like, the 85 Bears were a different level. They were a different animal. Yep. I think it's a far different type of squad, man. Historically, we're on pace, but it doesn't mean we're in the same conversation. Like, potential-wise, it has potential to be Baltimore. It has potential of the 2000 Ravens, but it's not there yet. So I'm kind of going by the potential, but historically, we haven't even reached the level yet. So we'll see. It's got potential to be like the Ravens defense, if I'm being realistic about it, but it's not there yet, so I can't say it. So it's too soon to speak of. Like, when the Ravens had a defense in 2000, they had, what's his name? Trent Dilfer wasn't that great of a quarterback, and look at Jimmy G. Doesn't look that great either. Jim McMahon wasn't quite a great quarterback, but he was able to manage football games. But we're not even in the same caliber. We're not even there yet. So, yeah. Yep. We have yet to even see it. So, it's pretty much irrelevant for the moment to even put us in the conversation. It's 4 games, and the hype is real, but we haven't even reached our peak yet. So, yeah. So, I respectfully disagree with Rudy. Rudy, as much as I respect you and your fanhood, I respectfully disagree with you. Maybe you need to focus your energy on the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe you need to go troll the Cowboys channel. Trash the Cowboys channel, and you'll make the Niner fans even like you more. We hate Cowboys. We would like you to trash the Cowboys if we would like that. Hell, we would like you to trash the Raiders just because we don't like them. Yeah. Yeah, but it's his Ram viewers who get upset. Yep. But I don't think they even type me out, so they know. But as far as all that, I'll see you guys later. I got to have Shifty 49ers talk at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I will catch you later. And my final score is the San Francisco 49ers, if they play up to that level, can be 35-6. At worst, 24-13. Either way, we have to win this game. So this is pretty much a no excuse. We have a chance to win. Screenshot it. Why not you just go on his page? Oh, wait a minute. He doesn't even I think he he likes to Oh man. I gotta see him and Moses debate, bro. It would be kind of cool. Man. Sorry, hey Rudy, you gotta debate with you gotta debate with Moses, bro. I want to see the both of y'all debate each other, man. Next time you come on the show, Rudy, I have to have you and Moses debate, man. Come on. It wouldn't be fair. Yeah. Yeah, I don't go on as low. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. As always, go Niners.